Gambling!
This is going to get people to come in.
Welcome out. Welcome into Studio B. The B stands for Bets of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm Sean Anderson. That's Cody Delmendo. We are degenerates. You can follow the show at CHGO_bets. You can follow Cody at Cody_CHGO. You can follow me at Sean_W_Anderson. Our producer is Steven Nicholas. Let's get to it. We are going to win you money. Cody, it's written in the stars for you. You finished in the green last year. It is written in the stars for me because I'm sick of losing. All right? Week 2 wasn't kind. Week 1 wasn't kind. Week 3, 2, 1, and 0 of the college football schedule wasn't kind. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
So I was in Arizona for the Thursday night game last week. As you all know, it's death, taxes, and primetime unders. That under did not hit, so I lost.
Don't tell me about it.
Yeah, and then on Sunday I placed bets right before I got out of Arizona, and my best win for sure was Ravens plus 3.5 against the Bengals. I also took the under. That did not hit. And unfortunately, I took the Bears money line because of stupid trends, and they didn't even cover. So that was terrible. But Sunday night football, I believe I cashed. I think I cashed on the under.
Well, you know what?
Then Monday night I went 2-2.
I was doing all this nonsense, right? You know, I was getting too cute. I was placing like 7 bets, 9 bets. I was being stupid. That's what I was being. All right. You know what? We're cutting the BS out. I had best bets yesterday. I've only added 1. All right. I'm going to re-give out the best bets. Why, Cody? Because they're still fucking good. All right. They were the best bets yesterday because they were the best bets that I knew. And we added 1 more onto you for that. Cody's got some NFL plays. I got some college plays. We even got Steven providing some plays. We got a DraftKings read in there. And I think Cody's probably going to talk a little bit about Miles Mastrobuoni leading the Cubs to a victory tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Shout out to Sutton, who said, I've got the Bears choosing to forfeit a game this year at 290-1. I like my odds. I like it too.
They should just forfeit this week.
I like, shout out to Cam Ellis, legendary Chicago media writer who's now in Denver, who said, the Bears have been in the NFL for 100 years. They need to call in every single favor for them not to play the Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get murdered. Let's go into my best bets, then we'll go to Cody, then we'll go to Steven, and then we'll get Cody.
We'll talk
Cubs
about
picks.
the Bears. I mean, we have to talk about that game. I mean, because we're not doing another NFL show the rest of the week.
Plus, it's the headline. That's another big reason.
Yeah, that too, and it's on the headline.
Bet the Chiefs.
Okay.
All right.
That's all you got.
Did it?
I'm taking the over.
Check.
I'm taking the over 47.5. You should bet it right now. The Chiefs are going to put up 30 alone. And listen, I know the Bears' offense has been bad, but I expect Justin Fields to be better.
Well, Steven was looking for Justin Fields rushing props before the game. I couldn't find any.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, the guy pretty much said, fuck it, I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
And without exactly saying that. And his way is running the football. Well, if he's going to run the football, he's probably going to hit the over on whatever the hell they come up with.
And I do think the passing game will be better.
It's really hard.
It's hard to believe it, but like it's been like it did do better last week compared to week 1.
You went over 200 pass yards, sure.
Last 2 weeks,
a low bar to set.
I know it's the Bears though,
but that was his over.
The thing is like I think again, I do think the Chiefs are at least putting up 30. Can the Bears put up 20 against the Chiefs? Defense. I know Chris Jones is going to be a major factor because his offensive line now has Braxton Jones out. But I don't know. I don't think the Bears are going to win. I feel like if that spread gets up to 14, maybe I'll sprinkle on the Bears to cover just based off all this all this bad shit coming out this week. But in the NFL, it's hard to cover those double-digit spreads. So I'm staying away from the spread because like the Chiefs offense is great and the Bears defense sucks, at least these first 2 weeks. But I think the Bears offense will play better. So That's why I like the over, because I'm locking in the Chiefs to score at least 30 and the Bears to hopefully get close to 20.
Hell yeah. I mean, I think Justin Fields is going to run, so I'm going to take whatever rushing props are there. But I mean, the Chiefs are going to murder them.
Those Chiefs DBs looked really good last week versus the Jaguars, too. Everyone was saying, the Jaguars didn't have a good game. No, the Chiefs just had a really good game defensively.
Bears lose Braxton Jones.
They needed a major bounce back after losing to the Lions at home opening night. So, and they had the extra day's rest.
They were never going to go 0-2.
No.
That was the easiest bet.
But, and this is what makes me upset. This is the one reason I'll say all year that I'm upset that Aaron Rodgers got hurt. The Chiefs have the Jets next week. So if Aaron Rodgers was playing, then maybe this could be looked at as a trap game, in which then maybe I would feel better about the Bears covering. But Aaron Rodgers is hurt because he didn't get his Achilles immunized. So, unless it gets up to 14, if it gets up to 14, I might actually take the Bears to cover. That's a lot of points in the NFL. So, but yeah, I like the over.
I'll take whatever Chiefs props. I like the over. I like the Chiefs team over. I like Justin Fields rushing prop over. I mean, Sutton thinks Chiefs will score 38. I mean, this is going to be a disgusting, nasty game that you'll want to turn off. And I bet
unfortunately, it's America's game of the week, Sean.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Here's this
all my pain on national display.
If you actually want to bet the Bears, if you're watching this or listening to this right now,
don't.
I'm not saying do it, but the trends say that the Chiefs are not good with these big spreads over the course of Patrick Mahomes' career. All right?
Pacheco didn't practice today, if that helps.
When the Chiefs
What's Braxton Jones' status?
He's on IR.
Oh, okay. And what's Chris Jones' status?
He's going to play.
And do the Bears suck?
Yes.
They're not good.
This is simple math.
All I'm saying, here are some trends, all right? I know Steven will at least listen to this. All right.
I'm listening to you. I'm not being rude.
Okay. All right. Patrick Mahomes by point spreads. All right. As a favorite, he's 42-43-1 against the spread. That's 86 games of his career. He's been the favorite. He's 42-43-1. That's whatever. That's even, right? As a dog, you always take. I should have done this in the Super Bowl. Don't remind me, Sean. He's 8-1-1 against the spread as an underdog. All right. As a 10-point favorite or higher, it's 23 games. He's 9-13-1 against the spread. And then if he's if it's 9.5 or less, he's 41-31-1 against the spread. So again, -10 or higher, 9-13. I don't know. All I'm saying is that the trends do not favor the Chiefs because sometimes they'll allow that backdoor cover. And I've seen it before. It's happened to me before. So that's why I only say if it gets up to 14. Do I think they can win by 2 touchdowns? Yes. That's why at 12.5 right now, I ain't touching it. But if it gets to 14, if more and more money comes in on the Chiefs.
And it will based on today's news.
Right. I will consider betting the Bears to cover 2 touchdowns.
And all those trends, fair. I'll tell you about a trend that I bet on the Bears yesterday or last week on that failed. I thought it was great.
I had one too, and it didn't work out.
They were facing Baker Mayfield. I get the Patrick Mahomes thing, and it is a big spread. But last time Patrick Mahomes played the Bears, the score was, everybody?
A lot to a little, probably.
A lot to a little, 26-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Soldier Field, I'm assuming.
Held up the 10 after he scored the touchdown or threw a touchdown. We love revenge narratives. You think Patrick Mahomes, a great athlete, isn't going to try to show them up again? Oh, you guys are having more quarterback troubles? Guess what? You could have drafted me and paid me $500
Well, there's
million.
a second revenge narrative. There's the Matt Nagy revenge narrative,
There
too.
is the Matt Nagy.
I just did it. It's there.
Stop it.
It is true. Again, continue.
No!
Continue, Sean.
The only thing that I was going to say to Cody's trends was when they played and they won 26-3. The spread was Chiefs by 7, so it wasn't that large spread. Go ahead with your Matt Nagy stuff.
Oh, man, that's it. Matt Nagy, he's playing the Bears.
He sucks too.
Offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Listen, you put a gun to my head right now, and you asked me to, and you made me place a bet on like the point spread.
Get it arranged.
I would bet the Chiefs. All right, but if it gets up to 14 or
agreed, 2 touchdowns, it's a massive spread.
It's
hard for any team to cover versus any team.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
So that's just me.
The trend that I bet last time, it was teams that lost in week 1 by 10 points or more had a 65% cover rate. The Bears did not cover 3 points because they suck. So I'm not going to touch the Bears. Patrick Mahomes doesn't suck, and he proves that. Let's go to my best bets, then Cody can go into the NFL. Maybe he's got more trends, particularly the Bears game as well. I'll get my college stuff out, and then Cody will go to the NFL.
We can talk about your games. I like what you got here.
We'll get through it.
I feel you said that you're getting cute, but you're just going with Oregon over 45.5. Do you really believe that Colorado is not going to contribute to the over? I mean,
I do, but I just also think that for sure Oregon's going to put up 46. Colorado also might put up 3. Not to knock on wood. You never
put
root
some
for
respect on.
You never
Deion Sanders' son, man.
It's personal now.
No, you never root. You never root for an injury, but literally, they're an injury of Shedeur Sanders away from being literally an inept college football team. Their injury to Travis Hunter
is big,
brutal.
It is big.
If Shedeur, who's been sacked the most in college football, or at least the most yardage lost to sacks, they're screwed. And I think this could be very much, and not to be disrespectful, because this is a disrespectful comment. If you guys want to clock me on a disrespectful comment, I'm going to compare him to Western Michigan. I think this could be very Iowa, Western Michigan-like. If Oregon is able to get to Shedeur, if they are able to capitalize on field position, Bo Nix is going to score 6, maybe 7. Hell, I would even say 8 touchdowns on Colorado him fucking self. You give him a short field in the red zone, Colorado's going to be gassed and brutalized. Oregon, I know, I've seen it in the stars. I placed the bet yesterday. They are going to hang 50 on Colorado. You're giving me an over of 45.5 at minus 104, near plus money. Let's take it, because I think they're at least probably going to get to 47 to near 50. Then the other one that I gave out, under 56 for Ohio State, Notre Dame at minus 119. That's the current line. I'm going to wait. We talked about the movement from 63.5 at the open down to 55.5, and I bet it on yesterday thinking that it would even go lower. It seems like that is the bottom of the market, so I'm going to wait. Usually public money comes in day of, so maybe this pushes to 56.5. If we're lucky, 58. So I think that this could be an over that's bet up a little bit by the public that could see a little bit of a tiny movement for me to sneak in.
Ole Miss, right?
No, I was talking about the Ohio State Notre Dame game.
My bad. I'm sorry.
And then finally, the Bama-Mississippi game. I think it's in Tuscaloosa. I think Ole Miss is going to Bama. Under 56.5 at minus 121. I could go to Parker Fleming. I could go look up the analytics. I can go look up the projected numbers. I could tell you this. Jackson Dart might have played fine in his first 3 games, but he is going to get hammered by this Bama defense, because guess what? He got hammered last year. He was lucky to complete 56% of his passes. They are not going to put up points. These are 2 bad offenses. I know people are going to say, what about Quinshon Judkins? This Ole Miss line is bad. They got pushed around by Tulane. Alabama's defensive line is going to eat. Ole Miss is going to do the same thing defensively, because this quarterback situation for Alabama is horrible. I have watched Tommy Rees call football games, and I don't understand how he got a promotion from Notre Dame to Alabama. These are 2 inept offenses early in the season. This is going to be a defensive battle deep in the South that is going to be a field goal trading machine. The only thing I worry about is defensive scores. The only thing that kills this is if the defenses score, because I know these fucking offenses aren't going to do shit. Under 56.5, there's no way you're seeing 8 touchdowns in that damn game. I'm mad about it, too.
He's very mad about it.
I'm done. You can go to the NFL. I'm not mad about the NFL. I don't know what to bet on the NFL. Talk me into some stuff.
All right, well, let's go to Thursday Night Football. You know what it is, Steven. You want to just you want to ask me what it is?
You're
what
doing
is
this
it,
again?
Cody?
Oh, sorry.
What?
What is it?
Oh.
It's death, taxes, and primetime unders, baby. 5-2. 5-2 in 2023. We are in the green in primetime unders. And I actually, even if this game wasn't on primetime, I would love the under in this game. You know why? Because Daniel Jones has been sacked the second most in football this year. And they're going up against that 49ers defense. On top of Saquon Barkley being out for the Giants, which, running backs, they're a dime a dozen. But I do think Saquon Barkley is a major part of that offense for the Giants. Both teams coming off the short week. You know how these games go. Coming off a short week, these types of games, I think it's going to be a defensive game. The 49ers, I do think at this point they will cover since Saquon is out. I originally put in Slack that I was going to take the Giants to cover. And a large part of that is Daniel Jones is the second most profitable quarterback as a road dog since like 2020.
Such an obscure stat. I just
according
like
to Action Network.
No.
Daniel Jones is 19-8 against the spread as a road or neutral underdog. All right. Only Jimmy Garoppolo is better than him. You know where he went? The Harvard of the Midwest. Anyway, I think Saquon's such a big factor in the Giants offense that I'm staying away from the spread. I think the 49ers are at least winning this game. They're at home. They've looked great to start the year. So, if you want to take the -10, I don't hate it, but I like the under the most just because I think the 49ers defense is going to completely, I don't know if the Giants will score 2 touchdowns in this game. I genuinely don't know if they'll score 2 touchdowns. It's at 44.5.
If they are, I don't know who's scoring. Like Matt Breida doesn't exactly do it for me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen
the
there's a revenge narrative there too. He's a former 49er.
Right. Fair.
I don't see it.
But
can I jump in here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, the way that you're talking, I might just play Giants team under. It looks like to be 16.5. I might pay that juice just to get up to 17 because that's more of a football number. 16's a weird number. But I mean, 17 with some juice. If there's a profit boost tomorrow on DraftKings, like the way that you're talking, I might just fade the Giants that way.
Yeah. I like Alex's comment in the chat. Daniel Jones over 7.5 rushing attempts. He will run for his life. He will probably. And I know that, and also they're coming off that huge dramatic comeback win against Arizona just a few days ago, right? Short week. You know how these things go. They're due for a letdown. I'd love to dabble on the Daniel Jones as an underdog on the road trend, but I can't do it this week. But I love the under. Again, 5-2 on the under in 2023. It's hit over 60% of the time since, 2018, I think is what the actual stat is. So yeah, that's my Thursday night play. And also, you should be putting Christian McCaffrey in your parlays. I don't have a parlay yet, but Christian McCaffrey has scored a touchdown in 11 straight games. He's like -310 to score. Like no one has odds like that. -310 on DraftKings Sportsbook to score a touchdown. You want to do him to score a touchdown, the 49ers to win, and then like pick a receiver in their receiving yards or something. You probably have at least plus 200 or something like that on the odds. I don't hate that, and there's like a 50% boost you can use for Thursday Night Football on DraftKings Sportsbook this week. I would say there no free ads, but it's not free. So. Shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. Yeah. Next up, let's try and go in order here. Lions -3. Remind me who the Lions play this week? Falcons, yes. I like the Falcons -3, and I like the over. Falcons and the Lions. Both teams, they both play in a dome. The Falcons' offense has looked pretty good to start the year. Detroit, they just give up a ton of points, but at least so far this year. But one of the reasons that I like the Lions here is Jared Goff is very profitable early in the season and in a dome. All right?
Look at that.
Jared Goff in his career, 15-7 against the spread in September, the best of any month that he plays in. And we as Bears fans have watched him play outdoors and have looked awful. So that's why he's benefiting being in a dome in Detroit. All right. So that's one reason why I like Lions -3. They're also obviously a good team. And then, again, I like the over based off what we've seen from the Falcons so far, too. It's at 46.5. I feel like that number should be like 47, 48. I don't know about you guys, but...
I mean, yeah, 49 is more of a football number. I mean, 46 is a weird... I mean, what's it going to be 26 to 20? How do you get to 26?
Yeah.
I think it just has a lot to do with the two rookie running backs in that game getting probably a lot of touches. David Montgomery is going to be out for this game, so you'll see a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to be running the ball more than he has.
The Lions like to take shots, though. And even Falcons, too. That Arthur Smith is their head coach, right?
They had the lowest pass rate in the NFL last year.
Ritter sucks.
Yeah.
But like
True.
My thought is when they are going to pass, they might take shots. So it's either going to lead to turnovers or explosive plays. Hopefully for an over better, that's explosive plays, especially for Goff, who, I mean, if you're betting on Goff in a dome, him and Josh Reynolds have been extremely tight so far. I would love Reynolds as an ATS scorer on Sunday.
Yeah. I forgot to mention Desmond Ridder. It's weird. He is incredible at home throughout not just his NFL career, his short NFL career, but even his college career. In college, he was 26-0 straight up at Cincinnati. And in the NFL so far in his short career, straight up, he's 4-0. All right. So he's on the road this week, though. And again, the numbers are a lot different with him on the road comparably to at home. This is a young Falcons team. They've been exciting, but I just think there's a little bit more here with the Lions. So I think between that game, I like the Lions to cover the 3 more than I do the over, but I like both. I kind of talked about the Bears and Chiefs already. Again, 47.5. I think the Chiefs are putting up 30, and then the Bears, I think they can come close. I think they can put up 17 at least. That's 47. Maybe wait till it comes down. Maybe it comes down to 47. I don't know. But either way, I think we're going to see a better Bears offense this week. Sunday night football, Steelers, Raiders. All right. Again, death, taxes, primetime unders, 43.5. And then me and Steven were talking about this when I sat down. Steelers money line. They're underdogs.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I genuinely don't really get it. Mike Tomlin as an underdog. I'm 1-1 this year, but he is so profitable. He's one of the most profitable coaches as an underdog in his 20 years of coaching. I don't know if that's actually true in terms of how many years, but he's literally been coaching the Steelers my entire life, and he has made people betting on him as an underdog very rich. Okay. So I'm going to do it again. And also, Josh Jacobs is off to a terrible start.
Yeah. Well, he missed training camp. He wasn't there.
Right. And I know the Browns ran with Nick Chubb before he got hurt. He ran all over the Steelers. But I think with the defense that the Steelers have, the pass rush especially, we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo, big of me to say this because I went to school with him. When a pass rush like that comes after him, he's prone to throw some picks. All right. I know Kenny Pickett hasn't been spectacular, but just the way that the Steelers, the way Tomlin coaches these types of games and stuff, I got to go with my guy Mike Tomlin again. So give me the Steelers money line and the under on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I think the Raiders and Browns play similarly, so I think this could be a similar way to how Monday night turned out for the Steelers. I like the money line bet, and I'll probably end up tailing because, again, Steelers with plus money, why not?
What's weird about it too, Steven, and I didn't mention this to you when I sat down when I came in studio, the Raiders opened as favorites or opened as underdogs, and then it flipped.
Well, this might be a reactionary line flip because of Deontay Johnson being placed in IR. Also, remind me, who was the safety? There's a DB that got injured in that game.
Kirkpatrick?
Yeah, Minka, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
maybe that's it.
Maybe he'll be out, but it shouldn't flip that much. And on top of that, we got some interesting news just before the show started. Chandler Jones, non-football injury list, so he should miss this game. That's their best defensive player. Go ahead, Sean.
This kind of happened, too, with the Chargers and Vikings. Chargers opened as the favorite in Minnesota. Then the money came in on Minnesota. Minnesota's now the favorite. I know you just got burned by the Chargers last week, Steven, because they lost.
They're
to
on
the
my
Titans,
shit list right now.
But the Vikings suck, so I take the Chargers if you're getting plus money. So maybe a sneaky Chargers Steelers parlay. This is how I lose money on a Sunday because I start making fucking parlays because I think I'm so damn smart. But I do it. I do a Steelers Charger parlay. But I do it with DraftKings Sportsbook. We're back with another week of football, and DraftKings Sportsbook is keeping us in on the NFL action with great offers every single game day. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Throw 5 on any of this week's epic matchups to walk away an instant winner, and DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every day this September. Football's more fun when you're in on the action, so download the app now and sign up with code CHGO. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL with code CHGO. The crown is yours. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.100gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for a problem gambling. Call 888-789-777 or visit cccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort, Kansas, licensee partner, Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, Louisiana, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility, terms, and responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Any other baseball bets? You got a hit parlay?
Yes, I do have a hit parlay.
Or any other NFL stuff? Yeah.
Just to add on to the at least the under. Tomlin rode unders throughout his coach as the Steelers, or coach for the Steelers. 52-25-1 since 2014 on road unders.
That is significant.
Shout out to Action Network.
All right. Shout out Action Network. Shout out Trends.
Shout out Trends. Okay. Tonight's hit parlay. I already tweeted out.
You're going with Mastroboni, right? Because why is that guy? He's getting us another fucking start.
Yeah, no, I don't understand either. I'm actually going to do 2 because on today, once again, I love my friends at DraftKings Sportsbook. They just make me want to bet more and more and more every single day. Give you a no sweat bet tonight for the Major League Baseball slate, or during the day, considering there's a bunch of day baseball games too. But with my no sweat, it will be Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ, and Cody Bellinger. Comes out to plus 220. Ian Happ and Seiya Suzuki have good numbers against Mitch Keller, and Cody Bellinger is Cody Bellinger. So that's the hit parlay. We were 1-0 in our last one. And I'm probably going to make another one just for the fun of it with Miles Mastroboni in it. So look out for that.
Always love betting on joke parlays because usually those are the ones that are most painful when they're true.
That's true.
So that's why, Miles Mastroboni and all of his haters are going to really be, selling and weeping when he hits 3 home runs tonight.
Oh,
the Pirates. I'm going to go place that bet.
He loves a good high fastball, and Mitch Keller throws a lot of high fastballs.
Ooh.
That's the only reason I can think that he is in the lineup tonight. So
I like that insight.
Breaking news.
Shout out to Full
We
Count
got breaking
Tommy.
news.
Breaking news.
Cam Akers is being traded to the team we just talked about, the Minnesota Vikings,
Oh,
for a swap of 2026 draft picks.
The Rams getting some draft picks, huh?
Steven, I love you, but I don't.
That is breaking news.
I don't.
Yes, that's a real
The Bears day, that is not breaking news. I don't give a shit about Cam Akers, dude.
Pick him up on your fantasy teams.
I'm just gonna mute my mic.
I do think
I am so sorry.
I do think it's significant because Alexander Madison has struggled to hold on to the football so far for the Vikings.
Yeah, and I had a really bad thing I didn't do yesterday that I should have done. I had an offer of Cooper Kupp. I'd be receiving him for Alexander Madison and Gabe Davis, and I didn't take it. So
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
See if it's still. Did you reject it?
yeah,
You actually clicked reject.
I clicked reject.
That's brutal. All right, we'll go bet on Cam Akers, I guess. Steven, you want to run through your bets?
Absolutely, I do.
Is Cam Akers a part of it?
Hell no.
Oh.
I was always a Kyron Williams guy. All right, we talked a little bit about this game already. 49ers versus Giants. I got Elijah Mitchell over 27.5 rush yards, and you're probably wondering why. We just talked about how good Christian McCaffrey is. After Sunday's win, Kyle Shanahan said, we definitely got to get Elijah in there more and do better with our rotation than we did yesterday. He admitted to not being as cognizant as he should have about the running back touches and rotations, and he wants to get Elijah Mitchell the ball more. They said that at the start of the season, and they just haven't done it yet. And the whole point of it is to just limit the wear and tear on Christian McCaffrey. He is injury prone. So over 27.5, I got it at minus 110. I like that one. They're going to force it. Game script should be good as well because the 49ers should be winning. They'll allow them to run the ball more.
And they're on a short week, so they probably don't want to use McCaffrey as much this week as they have in, so far to start the year.
Good point.
I still think McCaffrey's going to score a touchdown, though.
Yeah, he probably will. Early.
Yeah. I mean, good first half.
Mm-hmm.
Two touchdowns in the first half. There you go.
Travis Etienne, first TD score. I had really good luck with the first TD scores week 1, not so much week 2. We're going to get back on track, though. Travis Etienne and the Jaguars are playing the Texans, the worst run defense in the NFL in 2022. He doesn't have the best odds for first TD score, but I like the Jaguars to win, and they're probably going to be running the ball a lot because that's the strength of any team playing against the Texans. Give me it plus 550. Sean, you and I had some fun with this one. Jake Ferguson, it was where does he play type of game. Yeah, he's a Cowboy. He's a Dallas Cowboys tight end.
Isn't he a tight end?
Yeah, he's tight end for the Cowboys, and you could get an anytime TD for him at plus 325. I like that because the Cardinals last season allowed the third most receiving yards to tight ends and the most TDs with 12. This season, you look at it, third most receiving yards allowed to tight ends, but they have yet to allow a TD to the tight end. They're due because they suck, and they always suck against tight ends the last 3 years. They're always amongst the top 3 in allowing.
And Ferguson's basically replacing Dalton Schultz, right?
Correct. Yeah, he is in the Dalton Schultz role. There is one other tight end that mixes in, but it's
like
heavy
that play.
Jake Ferguson.
All right.
And it's anytime. So if you want to get aggressive and go first TD score, like I have done a lot of, go for it.
You said heavy Jake Ferguson, and now I'm just picturing Jake Ferguson if he's like 200 pounds bigger.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah. Heavier Jake Ferguson.
I don't know why I pictured Peter Griffin for some reason.
Hey.
But yeah. Patriots money line versus Jets. Sean, I actually want you to talk about this. You had a really good rationale for this. Take it away.
Well, I don't.
The over-under is 36.5. He's going to get real dirty with me and take the under.
I think this was a stat. I'm not touching the
14
under.
straight losses for the Jets against the Pats.
Yeah, there it is.
Is
it covers or is it straight up losses?
Straight up losses. They haven't won since 2015.
Yeah, last coach to beat the Patriots is Rex Ryan. So, yuck.
Yeah.
There's your stat. Minus 142 for the Patriots to win. I am taking the Jets. I'm going to fade Steven.
Wow.
I'm gonna take
your
the plus
stat.
money on the Jets. It is my stat. I took the Jets preseason to win the Super Bowl, so I'm kind of still holding out hope that Zach Wilson can get these guys to the playoffs.
You're hoping Aaron Rodgers comes back.
You're gambling with your heart instead of your head.
Well, no, I told you earlier. I like Robert Saleh.
I will
Great
say
coach,
that the
but-
Pats are not the Dallas Cowboys, so what we saw from the Jets last week, I don't think we'll see on offense at least this week against the Pats.
And Mac Jones, last time I checked, and last time my notes have been updated.
He's
recently,
about as mid as Zach Wilson is, if that.
I was just gonna say he sucks. So
I mean,
maybe we're two different opinions.
At least Mac Jones won Rookie of the Year his first season. Zach Wilson's been a bigger disappointment than people who are already out on Justin Fields.
Yeah, but
so.
Zach Wilson's got something to prove. I think I don't know. I don't know. I think
He
Robert.
also likes to
I believe
date
in
people's
Robert
moms.
Saleh.
I was thinking about the whole time. I didn't know how to make that into a joke. You just went out there and said it. I like that. And last one I had was Steelers money line versus Raiders. We already talked so much about this game. You could get it at plus money right now. If you're not that confident in it, you could also get Steelers plus 2.5.
I would, or buy up to get that 3. Do not take it. That's the best advice I will ever give you for gambling. Do not take the 2.5. Just buy up and take the 3. Because if they end up losing and they lose by a field goal, you're gonna want to take your entire self-being, get on a divvy bike, and ride straight into Lake Michigan.
It was very specific. You even picked the brand of bike. I like that.
It's
So just
good writing.
just take the money line like Steven is. Better odds anyway.
I think,
But if it gets up to 3, take the spread.
and 2, Steven, it was funny because Steven, I was talking to him about all the Jake Ferguson odds and where you could bet them, and I gave him the best odds at plus 325. He was like, "Well, I'll just do plus 265 because it's like the average number."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, just you take the whole point of betting is to bet the best number. I think this is going to happen, and I want to get paid the most amount of money for it to happen." And Steven's like, "No, I'll take."
Yeah, I was
the
being too
median
nice about it.
number."
You're right.
That's like for the game against the Jets and the Cowboys last week. The spread and it's like closed like 8.5, 9, and then the Cowboys won by 20. And anyone who was like really high on the Cowboys that week, if they had just gone up to 2 touchdowns, you would have made a ton of money. That, and honestly, in this game for the Jets and the Patriots, like instead of the spread, I wouldn't. I mean, I know 36.5 is very low, but like, I just think it's going to be the first 1 to 10. I legitimately think it's going to be the first 1 to 10 wins that game. I wouldn't I wouldn't put a ton of money on it, but like sprinkle on the alternate total less than that. Like,
sounds like you want to sprinkle on a correct score.
No, I mean, yeah, in a way, I guess in a way, but like, I don't even know how it's going to get to that many, man. Like, the Patriots haven't done anything to really make me feel like they're going to put up any points. And also, both these teams are going to be running the ball. They're going to play slow. Like, there's not going to be any up-tempo in this game. It's going to be disgusting.
It's going to be a lot of running.
There's going to be a lot of running the ball. And all these people from Boston and New York yelling at each other. And it's going to feel like the Bears, watching the Bears, just struggling to score points our entire lives. Like, I feel like that's what that game is going to be. So for that game, I love the under. And getting the Jets as a 3-point dog at home, I mean, I know like the trend of the Pats just dominating them, it is, but that was with Tom Brady as a quarterback. So I mean, right. I kind of like the Jets at home.
I think the Jets went outright. We'll see. We'll be here tomorrow for bets after dark, Big Ten after dark. Talk more about college football. Cody will probably sprinkle in a little bit more NFL bets too.
I'll come up with more college football bets too.
We got the Thursday night bets as well for Giants and 49ers.
In the college football Thursday and Friday games.
Georgia State and Coastal. We'll talk about it.
A little Fun Belt action, baby. This is See, Sean, you know, like 2 months ago, we're sitting here, you're watching your shitty baseball team play, and I'm watching my team that looked like a shitty baseball team, and I'm just like, just not as sad as you, but just sad. Like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. All we did was think about, man, I just need some Thursday night Fun Belt.
And here we go.
And here we are.
And I can't wait for action. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean. You can follow me at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you, Stephen Nicholas, for contributing Kyle Pitts picks as well. He's got some great winners, so make sure you tail his NFL picks. Hit the like button on your way out.
Jake Ferguson. I like that one. That's my favorite one.
Jake Ferguson all the way.
Anytime touchdown.
Take it to the bank. Goodbye.